Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Chase. So today we're going to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what's hot right now, and so that's what we're going to focus on. Okay, first things first. If I want to find my key high time frame levels on a chart like this, I'll give you guys a little strategy that I use. I like to zoom out until it's just it looks like bars essentially, or you could use the bars tool if you really need to. But when I zoom out like that, I scrunch it down. And I'm going to say, okay, where should I put this level, right? In my opinion, it goes right about here. Okay, it's around 31.8. And to me, that just separates, support. This is where your resistance formed, and we broke down. Resistance again, powers through, okay? I'll be using this most recent high. I'll take my little box. I'll say, okay, well, this price action in here was, mostly inefficient. Where is resistance at this point? In my opinion, it's right in here. This is where we see the consolidation before the move down. Okay, I'll zoom in. I'll make sure it's accurate now. Just get some precision in there, tighten it up. Okay, and everything looks good to me. So above 31,850, 31,850, we are bullish in here. I'm bullish till resistance for the most part. Around 37s, maybe even 38s. I'll give you guys my general take on things, and also just to quickly look at ETH, to let you guys know everything right off the bat. ETH, I need to see a weekly close above 1940, and I think ETH could start moving up into the low 2000s. You have all this inefficient action over here. I don't think you fill the full thing like Bitcoin might do, but I think you can get to these local resistance points, maybe 2300s, 2400s. But we need to see a reclaim in 1940 first. Okay, well, we might look at ETH a little bit more later. I think your focus right now should be on Bitcoin. That's where the moves are, also on the low time frame. We've been finding good moves on Bitcoin. I just put a trade on Bitcoin publicly. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Pretty much played out perfectly. We're going to break Bitcoin down more as well. Okay, so bullish above here, resistance here. Let's start zooming in, see what else we got. If you're curious on my thoughts of whether we are entering some, major bull run here or not, my current opinion is that we're not. I think this is sort of just the ETF getting priced in fully. It doesn't mean you don't trade it, right? If you saw my feed, I was long 27 to 29, 31 to 35, and then 33.5 again to 35. To 35. So, there's a lot of people who've been, very bullish, but, if you don't trade it, then what's the point? So, while I did have some bearish beliefs in here. When I saw a shift in the market, I immediately adapted, called this local 1 hour long, just right off this 1 hour level right here. And that was an easy long, played it right to liquidity here. I still have a little running, but not too much. We could talk about that in a bit though. Stay where we were. Okay. So, bullish above here, big breakout. Think we can get up into here. If we refine this on the daily even a little bit more, we can go over to it. And we can say, okay, high here, low here. Right around 37.5 where the resistance is for me. Coming over to here on the daily. Oops. And do we see anything on the daily for a retracement that we would want along? Look, it's obvious, right, if you think a sweep down here, but if Bitcoin's actually bullish, I don't think you get that. I don't think you get a retest of 31s. So that's not really on my radar at the moment. I go down to a 4 hour. I still don't see too much. What I am going to do is I'm going to mark out this range right here is how I'm viewing it. High here, low here. Okay, these highs are not represented on many other exchanges outside of the perps. They're not extremely important to me. When I did take the long at the 1 hour level, I did think we could move up into the 37s. I just put the target above here initially because I figure, some people will see that as an opportunity to short, even though I don't really think it's that relevant. Anyway, moving down to the 1 hour. So this was where the long took place. Why did I take this long here? It's simple. So you have your move up here, big move up. You have your consolidation in here before the next move up. Any retest of this level, in my opinion, was a buy. I did buy it. You guys saw it live. I saw people calling for a sweep of this. I mean, you don't get a sweep of that right away if you're actually bullish. That's not how Bitcoin works. On other assets, it's possible, but that's not how Bitcoin works. Bitcoin works in a fashion that if it's actually bullish, it holds local supports and it moves off of that, and it's pretty much that simple. Now, what I could see here is I could see us, having your range low, your range high, your range low. Okay. We've taken the liquidity here now. Still have liquidity left below here potentially. What could be a potential play here? I'm seeing a couple things. Let me show you guys this first actually. Let me delete these. Let me go down to like a 15-minute. I had a trend line here that was working pretty well. About something like that, right? So once again, if you scrunch it down, you can sort of get a better read on how to draw your lines sometimes. And it's just you ignore the minor things and you're concerned more with the overall trend, right? So tap, 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 little deviation here, continues to ride it. What I think we could get here, and what I'm looking for, is something like this. I think we're gonna do a little breakout here, right? Do a little something like this. I don't know if it's this high or if it's this high or how high we get, but I think that's a bit of your blow off top right there. Then we come back down, we tap the trend line, little bounce. This could be your short opportunity right here if there's like a fair value gap or something formed in there. A break of the trend line is even more confirmation. So we can also look for a break of the trend line if you're not familiar with strategies like this or you don't feel comfortable. Break of the trend line, back inside the range, okay? Also another potential entry point, even though now your risk reward is going to be not as good, right? You want to optimally find something in here rather than in here, because from here to here is obviously not the same as from here to here, okay? So that's really the plan, right? And then I think we're going to this liquidity here, like that. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets bought up, triple tap, something like that, right? 1, 2, 3, into 37.5 eventually. And then from there, I don't see it breaking through here, guys. That's just my take on it. If it does, I'll have to simply change my bias. But I'll be, if I have any long positions or anything, I'm selling here 100%. At that point, that's really where my drawing ends, right? It could chop, it could go back down. I really don't know. But I think you get into here, I think you see some rejection. Maybe you're back around 34, 33 for a bit. And maybe the market calms down a little bit at that point. I think you have some good trading up until then, though. And that's what I'll be looking for. So looking for overall, what am I looking for next? Looking for a leg up, close the rest of my long, start looking for short up here on this sort of it's a trap, right? It's a trap, it's euphoria. We're going to 40K. That's what you want to be hearing. That's the trap. Decently strong sell-off. If there's a decently strong sell-off, that's where we look for the fair value gap, something of that nature. We short that with a stop above the high, and we play it to this low, and then I close the position. I close the short position here. I don't immediately relong, I don't think, because what I do think could happen is I think it would be okay to immediately relong, but it's just not my style, because what if it breaks through? What if that's the total top? So what I would want to see is I'd want to see some buyback. I'd want to see some consolidation, and then a triple tap, and something like that. You could get in here. You could get it on the triple tap. There's a couple different places where I'd probably look to get in. But yeah, that's the overall gist of it. I think that's your schematic, so to say, for Bitcoin right here. Is this trend line, expansion, euphoria, trap, play the retest of a market structure break or a fair value gap. Many things I've taught you guys in previous videos. Reclaims the range as well. That's even more confirmation. Comes down to liquidity, maybe triple tap, or maybe just a sweep. If it did sweep all the way down here, I wouldn't be as bullish for 37.5. I don't think we're letting people get aboard at the point of the breakout. I mean, look at this leg, right? We're really going to retrace the whole leg? I don't know. Not for me. So I want to see this level mostly hold. If it did go a little deeper, that's fine. I don't really want to see it go into here though. I understand that's fair value gap. There's a bunch of things going on here. It's SR flip. In my opinion, not how Bitcoin works. I'm okay with it going a little deeper, but I'm not okay with it doing this. This in my opinion is not a buy to me. Okay. So that's mostly it for Bitcoin. Let's go to ETH. Let's look at ETH real quick. ETH, I just want to see a weekly close into here. Weekly close into here. ETH usually trades a little bit cleaner than Bitcoin. I do think a retest is possible. Play the retest to wherever the liquidity is that was formed on the initial pump. So that's your first target. Second target, 23, 24, right around here, these resistances. Simple as that. Okay, as always, these videos have been sponsored to you by Prime XBT, or brought to you. You can find the links at the bottom. Open account there, send some trades. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys very much, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.